That was a kind of weird intro. Anyway, in this video I'm just gonna be talking about my thought process of like considering like moving out, like the pros and the cons of moving out, because I've kind of been throwing around the idea in my head and talking about it in a bunch of videos of like wanting to move out, and I feel like it's not just an impulsive thought or like an impulsive decision that I'm like planning to take. So I'm just gonna talk about the pros and cons in this video, and then I'll try to like see what makes the most sense. So in pros, I want to say I have more control of like what I'm gonna do with my time. I'm gonna be in like better. When I say better environment, I don't mean like the environment isn't like good here. It's just like I wanna like my desires right now is like I wanna be able to like focus, and it's not like the best environment to focus because I feel like my parents are not like they're not after me, but it's like constantly like want to know what I'm doing, like constantly asking me about stuff, like constantly like interrupting, and like, you know what I mean. So I feel like it would be a much better environment to know that, okay, I'm gonna be like, for example, right now I'm at home alone, and I like only make videos when I'm alone, and it's because like it would just be a better environment environment. There we go. Because like I feel like I just think like if I had a different environment, I'd be able to like work much better. I'll be able to focus a lot more. So that's two pros, like control environment. In cons, I want to say making food, like paying rent. In pros, because I'm a student and in my country you get money if you move, like you get money for studying, and you get like 7 times more money if you move, if you are living by yourself, and so that's a pro, like money from the government. You get like $1,000 a month or something. It's it's actually a lot. Making food, paying rent, that's 2 cons. What's another con? Noise. I could imagine that if I move, because where I live like right now, this is like like richer people live here. It's not like some student just can't just like, or some like very young person can't just rent a house here. So it's like it's only like older people, and obviously older people make less noise. So I could imagine that if I move out, I'm gonna move to like the cheapest place I can get, right? And I could just imagine there being a bunch of noise, and that would be like annoying as hell. Cons: making food, paying rent, noise. Pros: right now I have control environment, money from the government, and it's like it's a risk that I'm like willing to take. I feel like I know that it could be like not like a risk I'm willing to take, but you know, I feel like I'm mature enough to like move out, if that makes sense. Like I'm not 18 yet, but when I turn 18, I'm actually able to move out. So it's just like I'll be 18 in like 1.5 months, like 1.5, 2 months. So yeah. Pros: control, better environment for my purpose, for better environment for, yeah, just better environment. Money from the government. I could do like better, like health wise. I think it will be beneficial because like right now, I don't choose when to eat. I don't like there's a lot of control that I don't have. For example, right now I have to wait for my mom. She'll be home in an hour, and when she comes home, then it takes like some time also to when we actually eat. And yeah, if you didn't already know, it's not good to eat. The further away from bedtime that you eat, the better it is. And I can definitely feel that I have a very hard time falling asleep if I've just eaten something. So I want to like try and cut back my like when I eat to when I go to bed, and I'm not really able to do that. So yeah, and pros. What more pros are there? Okay, what are some cons? Making food, like I feel like I could make me eating food like pretty efficient. I just think I could. My standard for what I think is acceptable within food is very low. I often like my friends like kind of make fun of me and they say like you're not allowed to make food because they always criticize my food, whatever, because like my standard for what's okay is like very low. I can just eat raw rye bread. I can just like eat like very like boring foods, as some might say. So I just have this vision of me like making very like healthy food once a week and then eating the same stuff 7 days a week. Just like eating the same thing 7 days in a row. So I just make one massive like pot of food, and then I just like either eat it cold or like just eat it like heated up each time, like something like that, right? Cons. What more cons are there? It's like I'm about to say like less space, but that's not really true because I will have more space like for myself because like this space is not really mine. I can't do whatever I want with this space. This is like my mom's space. It's only like my room that's like my space. So yeah, another like pro is like like it's like I don't know how to explain this, but it's like feeling like the achievement of like owning something like yourself and like having like this account like this, like just like control. Like I really like just want control, and I don't like how I don't have that. Basically, I want to say like owning. Basically, just control also. Another thing is like what's like another thing? Yeah, transport. That's another con. Transport. Let me see. I wrote some other stuff. Here we go. Like I'll learn. I'll like let's just be honest. I'll learn a bunch of stuff from moving out. Learn to provide for myself. Learn to provide for myself. Um, right now, I have within pros. I have control, better environment, money from the government, health, owning, learn to provide for myself. And in cons, I have making food, paying rent, noise, transport. Uh, bu- 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 Pros, come on. What's like a pro? Um, okay, I can like experiment. I can like try different things without like having, and also what I mean with like environment. Here, like at my mom's place, at my dad's place, there is like I want to try something where I like for example try the keto diet. Let's just say I want to go all in on keto diet, right? And that's basically where you eat no carbs. Then this is gonna be a massive distraction for me. I can control this. It's just like there's a bunch of carbs just in my environment, like carbs, everything, carbs everywhere. Carbs, everything. Carbs. Sugar, like sugar everywhere, like you know what I mean. Like I actually bought this myself as a gift from my sister to me. Like you see how like I can't really control my environment for the specific things that I want. I can optimize like a bunch of stuff. I know how some people like say it's like a bunch of work to move out, and I've like really thought about it and really tried to. Let me see if I'm still recording actually. Yeah, I'm good. I've really like tried to think about like what actually goes into it, and I really tried to just imagine my day to day when I live by myself, and I just like I don't think it's as hard as people say it is. I think the main concerns are like worrying and like cleaning and stuff and making food. That's what most people's worries are. Also, this is like a big thing for me. The money will still like the government will still give me money through the whole summer break, and like summer break is like really long. It's like 6 weeks or something. So they will still give me like money through the summer break where I don't even go to school. I haven't written that as a pro, but after I turned 18, like a few months after that, like 3 months after that, I will have like summer break, and then I'll go into my third year, my third and final year of school. What more cons are there? And it's like a lot of people, they just like let's just be honest, like a lot of, okay, I can say this as 100% factual. 50% of people are under average in intelligence, right? They're under the median. Like half of everyone are stupid by that definition. And I don't know if it's cocky or narcissistic or whatever to say that I'm not in that percentile, and I have like proof to back that up. A bunch of people like say I'm intelligent, like my parents say I'm intelligent, my grades kind of say I'm intelligent, like I know I'm intelligent, okay? And I just see if you just like spend a little bit of planning, have a little bit of willpower, you can really optimize everything a lot. And I think with living in a house, like the bigger the house is, the more chores there are. The bigger the house is, the more people like basically live in the house, which means more cooking, more cleaning, more like washing clothes, more people having to use like the shower, the toilet, like more people making noise when you're going to bed, like a bunch of like more friction in actually just living. And if I move out and I'm the only person in the house, then I will. Another pro is not having to move back and forth, not having to move back and forth. I have a few autistic behaviors, or whatever you say, a few autistic tendencies, and it's I feel like it's really because my parents are divorced, and I constantly like basically every week I have to move from one place to another, and I have to bring some stuff with me to one place and some stuff to the other, and some stuff only is at one place and other stuff is only at the other place, and like it's just like a massive pain in the ass for me. Like I just want to have my own place, just a place I can just stay at and just be good, and just not having to like constantly move and constantly go from one place to another, and just like have my own place, just have one place to be at. Also, I hope this is not like a horrible decision, because it's very clear that the pros are stacking up against the cons. Let me think about cons. Making food, paying rent, noise, transport. Making food. Like there's also like cleaning clothes, like cleaning clothes, like buying, like doing all the chores. I can just like say doing all the chores, doing all the chores. There's like grocery shopping, like washing clothes, like vacuuming, all that stuff that you do to basically live in the house, basically, right? Come on, think. There's like, you know what I should do? I should ask ChatGPT. Hey ChatGPT, right now I'm making a YouTube video about the pros and cons of moving out. What would be some pros and cons that are related to moving out?
Hey, moving out can be a big step. Some pros include gaining independence, having your own space, and learning to manage responsibilities like budgeting and cooking. Cons might be increased expenses, feeling homesick, and handling all household chores yourself. It's a trade-off, but it can be a great learning experience.
Okay, I feel like it just said exactly what I've already written. Like, but it independence. That was probably the word I was looking for when I said like owning. So I'm just gonna put in brackets like independence there. Come on, think. Pros of moving out. I'll be able to lock in practically. I'll just like say that I'll be able to like lock in much easily. But it's like kind of part of the other stuff. Come on, brain, think. Okay, in cons, I'm gonna say it's a sacrifice. Like it's gonna be difficult. Like it's not like I'm saying it's gonna be easy to move out or whatever. I know it's gonna be difficult. I know I'm gonna like have to like work much harder to like maintain that. I know like there's a bunch of stuff. Like I know there's like a bunch of stuff that's involved with moving out. Okay, I know that. So I'm saying it's gonna be a lot of work. a lot of work in cons. What more? Oh damn, it's 20 minutes long. Anyway, you can see like the... Oh damn, it's difficult to see because... There we go. So we have the pros here: control, better environment, money from the government, health, owning, independence, learn to provide for myself, experiment, not having to move back and forth, log in, making food, paying rent, noise, transport, doing all the chores, a lot of work. Yeah. Think. Oh, it's gonna eat. I'm probably gonna have to get a job, or make some money through some mean. Needing to make money, or eating through savings. And it's like I have a bunch of savings, just to make that clear. I have like if I move out, then I have like in stocks and like ETFs and like savings and like that kind of stuff, right? And in another savings account that my parents have kind of made for me when I was born, to put money into it, that I don't know the exact amount of money in that. I have like a good chunk of money saved up, like at least like 20k USD. So I would be able to live for a pretty long time on like if I just lived completely on my savings, because if I made some money through if I got some money through the government, if I got a little bit of help from my parents, which I probably think I will, if I also like help from the government, a little bit of help from my parents, and if I made a little bit of money myself, then it shouldn't be that bad. Because I also made I tried like quickly calculating how much money. It's in Danish, so it's not understandable to you, but basically this is like what I came up with quickly. It could be more, it could be less. So about $200 a month on food. About like I'm calculating this amount of money from my currency into USD. You see how I say like 1,500 on food. That obviously doesn't make sense if we're talking USD. So I'm just like, that's my currency, and that's about 200 USD. Then it's about 700 USD a month for rent, electricity, water, heat. Then it's about like $2,000 for safety net. It's like something you have to pay when you move in. Then there are like other insurance stuff, whatever, like $70 a month on transport, like through my country has very great infrastructure with like trains and buses. I have to do a lot of one-time purchases, like maybe some clothes, some cooking equipment, like tables, chairs, maybe a bed. Maybe I'll be able to have some of the stuff that I already own. Then I'll have maybe like $30-40 in for Wi-Fi and like kind of like services like that, right? So that all comes out to, how much did I make that? Okay, I haven't made like a whole, like a complete walkthrough of that, but I was basically I finished my 48-hour exam today. We're gonna have to presented in like a week, and we'll have to do a little more preparing for that. But we basically finished the 48-hour, like the main chunk of it, and handed it in today. And yesterday I was at one of my classmates' house because he's moved out also, and that kind of like motivated me to also make this video. I've been like throwing around the thought a lot, right? But my group went over to his place, right? And he lives completely different, right? He vapes, he smokes, he like takes nicotine patches, like, you know how you in my country you put it like under your here, right, under your lip, and like he does all that stuff, right? He doesn't like water, so he only drinks energy drinks like Red Bull, that kind of lifestyle, right? And like Louis Vuitton bags and like expensive jackets, whatever, right? So yeah, we went over to his place. His place was like 22 square meters big. It was like very small. Then he also had like a basement, which was like 8 square meters, something like that. And these numbers are very specific. I know this because I looked them up. I looked up the exact place he lives at and how big everything is. And basically all he had was a big ass couch, a big ass TV. Like I think it was a 75 inches or something, like massive, like a massive TV. And that's like all he had, and it was like a complete mess. And I just thought, damn, I would like to like move out. And I asked him like a bunch of questions about it and everything. And he said like the government gives you for moving out is after taxes, which was like really surprising to me. And they give you about a little under $1,000 a month for moving out, right? And that's after taxes, he said, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, yeah, let's look at the pros and cons again. I remember, what's it called? I don't know exactly. I think I found it in a book. It was Atomic Habits, something. I don't remember exactly the exact book, right? But it's basically you take like pros and cons of a specific decision, and then you look at every single pro and con. And then you like look at the like weight of that pro or that con, like how much of a benefit is this or how much of a like con is it. So control 1 out of 10 is probably like 7 to me. Better environment is also like a 7 to me. Money from the government doesn't really matter, to be honest, because if I didn't move out, then it doesn't really do anything. So I'm just gonna say a 1. Health is also very important. I want to say like a 4. Owning, like independence, I want to say a 1. Also, learning to provide for myself, like a 2. Experiment is probably actually really like I want to say like a 4. Not having to move back and forth is like big for me. I want to say like a 5. Being able to like log in, I want to say like a 3 probably. So all that together is 7 plus 14, 15, 19, 20, 22, 26, 31, 34. So 34 points for pros. So cons, making food, not that big of a problem to me actually. I want to say like a 2. Paying rent is not nice, I want to say. That's like pretty fucking annoying. I want to say that's like 7. Noise is like probably a 4, because it's like maybe there is noise, maybe there's not, but if there is noise, it's gonna be like fucking annoying. Transport is also annoying. I want to say like a 4, because where I live right now, I'm able to bike everywhere basically. Doing all the chores is like very annoying. I want to say like a 3 probably. A lot of work, a 3 maybe. Needing to make money / eating through savings is probably also like a 4, 5. Yeah, okay, let's see. 2, 9, 13, 17, 20, 23, 28. So that's 28, and the other is 34. Which means there's more points for pros at this point. Let me see if I can like make any okay, I'll probably change control and better environment to an 8 on both of them. That bumps it up to 36. Money from the government, I just want to probably just say 0. Like it doesn't make a difference, right? Because it's only if I move out. Health 4, okay. Owning, I want to say 0 also, actually. Learn to provide for myself. And let's just say 3 instead of 2. Experiment, I want to say like a maybe 4. Yeah, 4 is okay. Not having to move back and forth. 5, yeah. 3 login. So now we're at 16, 20, 23, 27. Okay, so 35. So it went down 1. Cons, making food 2, yeah. Paying rent 7, yeah. Noise 4, yeah. Transport 4, yeah. Doing all chores 3. Needs, yeah, 5. Okay, so it's still, I think it's a difficult, like it's a difficult decision to make, right? But I think if I try to imagine my life in the future, you know, if you could imagine like the multiverse, and in this multiverse I make the decision to not move out, and in this multiverse I decide to move out. How different would my life evolve if, like, by these two decisions? Let's say everything is completely the same except this one decision. I think in the universe where I stay at home, I think I'm gonna be much more dependent on my parents, and I'm gonna move out like way later. Maybe in the short term I'll have more money, but I just think like my health will suffer, my productivity will suffer. I think I'll also like be happier, which is also something I could write down. Like I'll be more happy, I'll be more free. I think I'll be able to like take more calculated risk, because it's like it is a calculated risk. It's not like it's completely risk free. Like there is risk to this. Like maybe like something completely fucks up and I'm like eating through a bunch of savings. Something like breaks in the apartment or something, and I have to eat through my deposit. Some like there was stuff that could happen, but I think all in all I should move out, and it would be beneficial for me to move out. So yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Yeah, this video was probably more just for myself to like think about the decision. Yeah. Go do the thing you've been procrastinating from doing today, and have a good rest of your day. See you, brother.